sorry we missed you last week, but here we are. Hold on, we're going Facebook Live too on Johnny's Facebook. We're live on Facebook. It's Talking to Car Guys, and it is the special Crash Edition. The Crash Edition. Rob will be here in 2 seconds. He's using his alphabet book to write a VIN number down, so he should be here shortly. But the big news is the stock market, lost bazillion points yesterday. This, that, and the other thing. Everybody's worried about doing this, that. Pokemon, Yaku, Taku, Doge, Bit, everything. Stock market today is down 31. It was down 80 some. I've been watching it. It's down 30, 31, 44. We're just going to talk about what it means to the car industry. John, go ahead.
Look, anytime you raise interest rates, anytime interest rates go up, assets go up, the worth of assets. Because the reason an interest rate is going up is somebody's going to be financing something. So if you already own something, the value of that has no choice but to go up. Cars have have not always been thought of as an asset, more of a liability. But since COVID, your cars are assets. They've actually grown. Vehicles, used cars have gone up 30, 40% in the last couple of years, in the last year.
Yeah.
30%. I guess it would be known as an inflation rate, but for those of us three guys up here, we've never seen anything like it. And I'm going to continue from the same thing I was saying from the first signs of COVID. Oh, my battery's going on. The first signs of COVID, buy a car. It's time to buy, keep buying. Look, I'm not saying buy at any price. I'm not saying, if you have a car to sell, if you got an extra car, get rid of it. Get the top dollar for it right now. But it is definitely still time this summer to transact on cars and vehicles. That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts here. The gas prices are giving everybody a scare, but it's not affecting car sales, and we are still low on inventory.
True story.
Yeah. What do you think, Rob?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I know there's a lot going on, and I got no disagreement with anything Johnny's saying. There's another interesting thing that's going on there, Johnny, and you've probably been paying a little attention. You notice how some of the big dogs, the players such as Ford,
Ford,
Chevy,
I knew you were going to say Ford right off the rip.
these boys have decided when it comes to the new electric world, that's going to be a separate entity from the corporate world we're used to. Now, there's a reason behind this. Not good news for us personally, maybe good news for you as a consumer.
Me.
And this is still down the road a bit. These moves are being made, but nothing's happening like before our eyes. But yeah, and Johnny, you're aware of it. Now the ICE, the internal combustion engine, no risk there. We're still handling all that.
Yes.
That game's ours. But they are trying to separate us dealers, salesmen, all those guys that make everything go from said electric world. Am I correct, John?
Yes.
No need to worry now. You guys need an EV6. We got one, don't we?
I told you. Yeah. I told you so. I mean, it's the first, the history of this show. I already got an I told you so. But I told you that these electric cars were the Trojan horse to try, and they're going to fail, but they're going to try to eliminate the car salesman, the car dealership.
Tommy's got going on here. We got up-to-date Dow
I know it's
Jones.
got oil prices.
We got everything. We got oil. We got the Dow. Yeah. But no. So yeah. Once again, ever-changing world, guys. I got to be with him on this. So get out here and see us. Buy some cars. The rates ain't crazy yet anyway, Johnny. They ain't going up crazy.
I mean, they're inching up. A lot of guys are saying there's, for us, we're always way below what they set that at 5%. We've been getting 1.9 and 2s. And some guys are saying we're not going to be in the 2s anymore. You're not going to see 2.9 much, right now. But, okay, so in the 3s. It's still probably better than most
You still need a
customers are
vehicle.
driving around on, what rate they're driving around on.
Yeah.
You still need a vehicle, right?
Still need a vehicle. My thing is, no matter what, you still need a car. If your car is old, you still need a car. If you don't like the car you're driving, you still need a car. If the new cool car comes out and you want it, you still need a car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am the worst person to talk to about trading a car in. Rob thought I had the most ingenious thing ever, because I was gonna buy a car yesterday, remember I was
He's
telling you?
about ready to do it again.
I'm about ready to do
Yesterday,
it. And I do this thing where I have good enough
It's a
credit.
true car guy right there. Okay. 0 on the board, 0 deals, blanking 5:30, and he panics and tries to buy his own car just so he doesn't have to report the numbers of being
That's dedication.
0
cars.
That
I
is
was going to
dedication.
buy a car.
That
And I
is-
actually had
I
it
don't build
approved
them
at the
like
that. I like
bank.
that.
I had it approved at the bank and everything.
I like it.
But here's the deal. I buy cars because I like cars. Okay? I like the tech, anything new. It's a new shiny thing. I'm like one of those kids, you know,
Got
new
it.
shiny thing over here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna talk a little bit about, it is time to buy a car. Just buy a car if you want it. These guys will help you out. I'll help you out. But my number one thing is I'm gonna talk a little bit to everyone in the room. Okay, they're doing this to what's called curb inflation. We're sitting at 8% inflation. They want it down to 2%. Okay. Now, if everybody thinks that they're gonna get it down to 2% and all the prices are gonna go back to where they were a year ago, you're wrong.
Ain't happening.
The price is the price now. They're trying to make it stop going up another 10%
Yeah.
every year. So you're not going back to what it was. Now, there are some consumables that may go down. Your food pricing may be affected a little bit. The number one thing is the oil price. I'm looking at oil today. The other day it was selling at about Brent and West Texas crude were both above 120, 123. West Texas is down to 111. Brent crude's down to 114. So we are going to see some gas improvement prices. But you're not going to see it back. My opinion, are you going to see it in the $2 range again? Absolutely not. But my thing is, where did this inflation come from? And I hate to say it. When you take an employee and you go from $8 an hour and now paying them $20 an hour, your prices are going to go up. The stockholders aren't going to absorb that. That's where some of the inflation is coming from. And the reason the Dow did what they did was to try to get speculators under control. Okay, a speculator is like a day trader, somebody like that wants to make millions overnight and they want to get back to investors. They do that every time there's a hot button. We mentioned the .com craze. People were in it just speculating. That stuff was, and it goes all the way back to, okay, I'm going to show you my education, to Holland. At one point, tulip bulbs. Remember I showed you that the one day? People were spending.
Is that the home of the windmills?
Yes.
There was something happening in the 80s, 70s or 80s
Yes.
with a
Yeah.
correction like this too. I don't
Yeah,
remember where
they're
it was.
all, it's
Right?
always,
It was a
Yeah,
bit in
I
it.
think the 80s.
yeah, it's always when you get speculators heavy in the market and they're driving prices up on fairy dust. There's nothing there. And that's what they're correcting right now, is get the speculators under control and get it back to a investable market. And that's
Makes
my
sense.
thing today. That's my
And
adult,
I'm kind of with
that's
you
my
on that.
adult conversation.
That was
of the
pretty
week.
adult.
That-
By the way, this will have no bearing on the fact that a large iced blueberry matcha latte is way too much money now, and I don't get it.
Now I'm watching the Dow
Look,
today.
Johnny's like, what's he talking
I'm
about?
watching the Dow today, and it has bounced from $90 down to $45, 45 points up, back down to 36. No, if anybody's going to tell you they know where this is going to go, remember Matthew McConaughey in Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
Great.
Nobody knows what the stock's going
That's
to
a great
do.
move.
I don't care if you're Warren Buffett, Warren Zevon, it doesn't matter.
Great,
Stockbrokers don't know. It's going to happen because people get excited about a certain stock.
Rob, what do you
My
think's
thing
gonna
is,
happen?
if you're going to buy a car, here's the great part about buying a new car.
Yes.
The cool crap that's in it. Okay, I don't want to, I was gonna trade my cool car in that has more cool crap. You know what I do every day on the way home?
Mess with stuff in your
I
car.
change the way my dash looks. It's all LED.
Too much.
Right, I change the colors, I change this. And yeah, I don't have to look at, everybody says, Noah says I'm gonna crash the car, but I put it on that lane change assist and the cruise where I don't hit the guy in front of me.
Yeah.
And I just play with crap. And
Hey, what were you saying this morning? Things going so quickly that a 21 is now like tech-wise outdated, right?
Yeah.
Tommy's like, I don't want that car. It's a year old. It ain't got the coolness that.
I actually drove, and
The
this
23
is-
Sportage
I am
made
not-
everything else look gay, bro.
I am not,
All right?
I am not kidding you. John's got the love of his life calling him.
Who's that?
I think that's Iggy or,
Iggy.
no, that's,
Michelle.
no, it's Tito.
No.
Tito.
Tito,
Tito.
one of our salesmen.
Well, we have a wear Tito.
Yeah, but I drove the electric car home last night. That's the car I was gonna buy. I was gonna buy a Chevy Bolt. It was used on our lot. Drove it home, and it was a 20. And my car's a 21, and my car has more cool crap in it.
Tommy
Yeah.
was
So
out.
I
He
was out. I was out.
Yeah.
I didn't have to buy it because
No.
we sold the car.
Right.
But if we didn't sell a car, you're right. I'm an old school car guy. I would have bought a car, so I didn't have to.
Mad
sell.
respect for that
We
move,
both-
Tommy. And by the way, we'll get into next week because we ain't got time. How Tommy buys cars all the time and never has to make a payment, but that's for another show. And we're gonna
No, we're gonna do that now.
because she's doing this right there.
Oh, title jump.
Tommy, he'll give him something to look forward to.
Okay.
I may have drawn attention to this.
Yeah,
but
I haven't paid a payment on the car in like 5 months.
And we don't mind if you have good credit and you want to follow his lead. We're down with selling you
I'll
6
show-
cars in a year.
I'll show you how to do it next week on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
How to have a car for 8 months and not make a payment.
Boom.
Okay?
Peace.
Other than that, anybody else have any last thoughts?
Don't ask
John?
Johnny, man. I'm thirsty.
Buy a
Hey,
car.
the car, here's,
Sell your
I'm
car.
gonna say one more thing, and I'm sorry we're
Transact.
going over it. Everybody goes, I'll wait till this turns around. It's
No.
not going to. The
Don't
cars are gonna be short.
Don't
The
wait.
best way to buy a car is come on in, see this guy right here, okay, see this guy. You want a new car, find out what we have coming in. And don't go, it has to be tangerine with the butterscotch interior, with the ice blue air ducts. Find something that looks around what you want.
Yes.
Make the deal on your car.
Yes.
When it comes in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, that car is yours. You come in, boom, your paperwork's done. Hey, I'm gonna take my car home. Done.
Yep.
But if you're waiting for the lot to be filled back up with 300 or 400 cars, that's never gonna happen again. So come on in,
I like it.
make your deal, and get a great deal from Mr. John LeBate, Mr. Rob Lucky, and we'll go from there. By the way, I wanna say one thing. I wanna thank every dad out there, okay? And dads aren't someone who procreated someone. It could be a stepdad, it could be someone who mentors you along. For every dad out there, we want to thank you for everything you've done to raise the next generation. And we appreciate it. Thanks, and see you next week.